Hello and welcome back to a Pokemon Infinity playthrough. We are here ready to go ahead and enter ourselves the Kronos Temple. As last time we did go ahead and beat Irene, we got ourselves access to our final gym badge of this game, as there is 5 badges in the game, which sounds a little bit weird, but there's 5 badges, and there are 3 shards that we pick up instead of badges as well. Kind of total the similar 8 as normal, but we beat Irene, the final Ego Council member, and we have access unlocked to this cave. I did, while pushing the strength walls out of the way, check down this side and see a TM over here, though, which means goodies. 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 Goodies, 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 goodies. That's the one that I was looking for. That's the one that I've been waiting for such a long time, actually. There's the beautiful earthquake that I have needed. Weird that it's in the ice zone. I was honestly thinking it was probably going to be Ice Beam, which would also have been great, but earthquake is good, too. We can teach this to a lot of different Pokemon. First of all, Uzma probably wants it the most out of everyone. I'm not going to be clicking Meteor Mash if I have the option of Rock Slide and Earthquake, because those two moves are perfect coverage together. Terraflack can learn it. But is it worth replacing Bone Sweep? It is technically just an upgrade. It's 5 less PP, but it is an upgrade. But then I can't say Bone Sweep. I guess it is an upgrade. Wait, we're sacrificing the funny for the power. That's it. It's all over. It's all downhill from here. But we can teach it to Juniper as well, and have 3 Pokemon with Earthquake, which I am fine with. I'm willing to get rid of Heavy Slam. I'm gonna keep Toxic Spikes. I don't know how often I'm going to be clicking Toxic Spikes, but you know what? There's probably going to be some important battle down the line where Toxic Spikes will be useful. Doesn't mean that I will end up remembering to use it, but it means that it will be useful. But we do have Kronos Temple right here, because we need to get ourselves a shard from Dialga. Oh boy, we are starting things off with a puzzle, huh? Where are my corner pieces? There's a corner. That's a corner. That's a corner, I think. Yep, that's a corner. Where is my top left corner? Here? Here. And from these corner pieces, we can try and get something going. Can we put that there? That looks kind of right. Looks better than there, at least. I should know Dialga very well, because Dialga is a very cool Pokemon. It is one of my favorite legendaries. When it comes down to, like, the trios, the Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina trio is probably my second favorite, right after good old, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. That's not going there at all. Where is this going? There, maybe? That looks weird. That also looks weird. This looks weird no matter where I put it. At least here it lines up with the area above. That looks like a neck to me. That fits. This is definitely a middle piece that goes somewhere. That looks kind of right. That seems like it's fitting together well. This looks like a neck as well. Middle? Maybe not. Maybe this is behind. That looks kind of right. This must go there. Like that? Like that. Okay, alright, we're getting somewhere. That's a middle piece. Yes. Those were the wrong way around for sure. This is where it's all going wrong. These 3. These... Maybe this one as well. This one might also be going wrong. That looks better there. Right. Right. That's a neck piece. That's a neck piece. That's a tail piece. Boom. Okay, the tail being swooped around was what was throwing me off, because I couldn't work out where the end was. I wanted to put it so far to the left. We made it through the puzzle. That's the hardest part of the episode, either way. Now we've just got nice, relaxing battles where we can go ahead and use our team. I have gone ahead and taken Blastoise back onto the team, as it is our starter, and Orcobus isn't my favorite, okay? It wasn't my favorite. I did go ahead and give it a go, because I was leveling it up, because Wave was very, very cute. Orcobus was not as cute, and was not as strong as the Blastoise. Blastoise, to be fair, is crazy powerful in comparison, because, you know, it has Drizzle, so that kind of just puts it ahead by default. I could have just caught a Sorcerer straight up. I didn't even have to use an Astral Stone on my Jinx. That's unfortunate. That's all I've got to say about that. That's unfortunate. I could have saved myself an Astral Stone, as those are kind of rare, but is what it is. Fine. We got it early. We got to use it a little bit earlier, I guess. We didn't use it for too many fights, but it's on the team, right? It's also trying to learn Perish Song. I said I didn't need my Sorceress. I could have just got one here, and my one in my party immediately was like, "Get me out! Let me perish." No, we're not gonna let it perish. We're gonna decline on that one. I am gonna throw on a Max Repel though, if we have one. I think they are all the way at the top. They are all the way near the top. Okay, we do have a bunch of Max Repels though, so we can slap that on and be fine. I want to go ahead and use Lucagon a bit more today, as we didn't really get to use it against the Ice-type leader for obvious reasons, with it being a dragon and all, so I want to use it a bit more today. I don't know if we will be able to use it as much as I would like, considering we're probably still going to fight Ice-types in this temple. Oh, TM. Psyshock? Yeah. Yeah. At least Sorceress can learn it, and that sounds fine with me. I do like Brain Freeze. I do. Only Sorceress can learn it. That's fine. I do like Brain Freeze, but also I like the idea of having something to hit things on the physical side as an option. I guess we have Shadow Ball. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I taught this thing Shadow Ball recently with the TM, and I think having the Shadow Ball is probably more worth it than having something to hit on the physical side with, as having a way for it to deal with psychic types is nice, because I can bring it in to resist the psychic moves and Shadow Ball return, and that's probably more beneficial than just hitting something on the physical side. What is this? A follower store. Okay. I don't mind myself a little goodie. Where am I going? This is where I came down from? Yes. It's over on the right. More goodies. An ice heal, probably fitting, because we could probably run into a bunch of ice types. Do I need to be, like, bonking myself against these boulders in a certain way, like an ice puzzle? Because I have not been doing that. Can I just go down here? Think so? This looks fine. Oh. It feels like a surge of energy washed through the area. I hear it. I hear the energy. A roar was heard from the floor below. Who do I have in second? Uzma. Uzma, Lucagon, should be fine. Should be fine. Missing a little bit of HP on Uzma from the Sorceress, but that's fine. Fine. These guys still... I want to be recruited. I want to be recruited into Team Fate. Okay? I'm ready for my recruitment. Those are two steel types, which Lucagon is not great against. Meaning I should probably swap it out, unfortunately. And I guess we can just go into Juniper, because Juniper's going to take no damage from either of those, while we... Well... Now that I think about it, can I go back to Lucagon's turn? I don't think I can go back. I can't go back. Okay, I would have liked to afflict Earthquake and actually go into Blastoise, but it doesn't look like I can do that, so instead I'm just going to Annihilate Fang, I guess. Because that won't have Sturdy, which means the Fire Punch will absolutely obliterate it. Whereas Magneton might survive with Sturdy, so let's just guarantee one down so we don't have to take 2 moves worth of attacks onto one of our Pokemon. That sounds logical. We get locked onto, that's fine. What else do you have? Sceptile? Okay. I'm not too afraid of Sceptile. In fact, I think we are, once again, completely fine. I could Earthquake and annihilate my own Uzma and the Magneton. That's probably silly. Let's just break the Sturdy and Fire Punch the Sceptile. It might not have Sturdy. I would like to clarify that. There is a chance that it just doesn't have Sturdy, but I'm going to act on the assumption that it does. Because also the Sceptile scares me more than the Magneton does anyway. But we one-shot the Sceptile nice and easily, because our Uzma does not mess around. Remember, it does have that ability for the extra 20% damage on punching moves, so Fire Punch is actually a very strong move. And Magneton is going to discharge. Double paralysis on my team. Ready? Calling it. Okay, just Uzma. That's fine. Give me another Pokemon that speaks to Earthquake on his side of the field. Slowbro. That doesn't really give me what I was going for, but I am still going to Earthquake and go into Jiffy, because we should be outspeeding with Magnezone anyway. So there's no reason for us not to do this. It's just extra damage onto the Slowbro, and I don't think Slowbro's doing much damage to either of our team members, so we should be fine. I'd like to keep everyone somewhat healthy for whatever's up ahead, just in case we actually have to fight Dialga. As we didn't have to fight... We didn't have too much of a bad time in the last temple, but that's not to say that things couldn't go worse in this temple. So I'm keeping my options open. I am going to Horn Leech, and I am going to, I guess, Frost Breath. Hurricane hit both? I actually don't know. No, it doesn't. Okay, it is not like Air Cutter, it does not hit both. You'd think with something the size of a Hurricane, it would hit both opponents on the opposing side of the field, but I guess not. Hurricane is probably going to do way more damage than Frost Breath anyway, so I may as well. I'll do this the fastest thing on the field, that's fine. But yeah, I have finally gone ahead and started playing Enshrouded. It took me a while to get to it, I know, because I had a Power World addiction and all that other stuff, but I finally started playing Enshrouded with a friend last night. We got like 2 hours in, and you know what? It is, in fact, an open-world survival craft game, and that is the only thing that needs to be said for me to want to play it. It is that simple. Also, it's funny watching your friends get bopped by things that are like level 3 when they're running around like idiots. It's incredibly entertaining, so that was a lot of fun. But I've finally gone ahead and gotten started on Enshrouded. Honestly, I've started so many games lately that I've just started and not, like, finished. Normally, I'm the type of player that sits down and finishes a game before going ahead and moving to the next one. But I have started, like, 7 or 8 games now that I've just got, like, 5 to 10 hours into, and then left as still going to play and continue, but I have stopped currently. That's weird. It's throwing me off. Normally, I like to just sit down, grind a game for 100 hours, and be like, cool, I've done everything that is possibly in that game, but now and forever until there's a major update. So, it's weird, but in a way, kind of nice. Kind of nice to have, like, a little bit of a flavor. Also, it means that I can go ahead and just be like, hey, what do I want to play today? That one out of the bunch. But, I will admit, not something I normally do. Goody. Elixir, okay. I'm going to heal up my team just a little bit, just in case we go ahead and go down the stairs and get bonked. We can just soda pop you. We picked up a Forest Store in here, which we may as well use, right? We have 7 full restores. Not the most, but enough to where we should be fine. We also have these funky colas that I've not been using much. Let's go ahead and continue down. Climb down the ladder. Yeah. I'm sure everything is fine and dandy down here, right? You're too late. Again. Like I told you before, kid. You're up against forces you don't understand. You've already captured Dialga and Palkia, which completely neutralizes Fawn's plans. That's right. I'm on a mission to stop Professor Fawn from capturing the power of the space-time deities. With 2 out of the 3 in my control, seems I may have already won. I know I said I didn't want to waste time battling you last time. Oh, I'm glad I healed, but I just can't pass up the opportunity to test them out in battle. Maybe this will put an end to your ambitions. Maybe. Maybe it will. I got loud. Okay. Go quieter again. Loud. I turned it down slightly on OBS's side. Hope that helps. Lucagon might get annihilated by a Steel-type move from Dialga, but it will also do a ton of damage to that Palkia. They are level 70. I'm going to play rough the Palkia. I really don't want Uzma to take an Earth Power from either of these, or a Hydro Pump from Palkia, or an Aura Sphere. I don't want Uzma in here, to be honest. My options aren't wonderful. If I go into Jiffy, that does give me the issue of I might be boosting a Palkia's Water-type moves, which would be very scary, but also I get the feeling there's an Earth Power coming into Uzma's slot, or a Water-type move coming into Uzma's slot, so we're going to go into Jiffy predicting that. We could also just have, you know, an absolute annihilation happen towards Lucagon, which would suck. That's some really good damage on Palkia. It is a Hydro Pump in the rain, because I've set up the rain for this Palkia, unfortunately. That does so much damage. And it is an Aura Sphere into Jiffy. Okay. Okay. Well, we made the correct play in swapping Uzma out. We should be fine to... I'm not even going to risk the tiny mischance of Play Rough. I'm just going to Dragon Pulse the Palkia and have that disappear. And I'm just going to heal Jiffy. I don't think there's any reason for us to overthink this. I think we just heal Jiffy up and we're good to go. I don't think Dialga has anything that can one-shot Jiffy. It does have something that could one-shot Lucagon, admittedly. Lucagon did just solo a Palkia, so works for me. Decent XP, Uzma gets level. Flash Cannon. See, that I'm afraid of. Oh. Unless it's on Jiffy, then I'm less afraid in general. Except there is more Pokemon coming out in the back, which makes me way more afraid again, actually. We are going to play rough the Dragoyle. And I am going to... Cry. I mean, we don't have anything great for a Dialga, admittedly. I might just Scald into Dragoyle's slot, because I know we're slower than Lucagon's, just in case it doesn't KO. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just in case Play Rough missed or didn't KO, we're gonna Scald into that slot. It doesn't KO. Okay, okay. I'm okay with my decision again. I'm still afraid of a Flash Cannon hitting Lucagon, but... yeah, that's gonna probably KO, right? Yeah, that was a tough one to survive. But you know what? Lucagon basically took out two things by itself. That's fine. And now we need to think about how we deal with Dialga. And I think how we deal with Dialga is we click Earthquake. I think that's the plan. No Bone Sweep sweeping here. We have Earthquake now. And on the other side, Ceregal. Ooh. A little bit Volcarona-esque in terms of late evolution. I presume late evolution. I technically didn't actually evolve my Bug Dragon Boy, but I'm still going to Earthquake. And I'm also going to Hurricane it, I guess? I don't think there's any reason for me not to. X-Scissor is fine. Honestly, if they attack Jiffy, that's completely fine with me, because I just want to Earthquake Dialga. We get a crit on the Ceregal, which isn't the one that I want to crit. I want to crit the Dialga. We did crit the Dialga. That's a win. That's a win. And we also Hurricane the Ceregal, which should make it go down nice and easy. Very nice, very nice. And now we shouldn't have too much trouble, because I don't think Dialga can take out everything. Jiffy is trying to learn Freeze Dry. The moveset of this Blastoise is so good. It is so good. Yes, we will learn Freeze Dry. We do get Aura Sphere, it's gonna hurt. We might live. We do live. Okay, okay. And also, we do outspeed it, so we should be fine to just Earthquake again and Freeze Dry it, I guess. It's neutral. Sure, why not? And that is going to be enough damage to take it out. Overall, not too bad. It's a shame that Lucagon had to be the one to go down, considering it was basically a Dragon Killer, but also, it did its job. It nearly one-shot a Palkia. There's no way. You were able to dispatch two deities at once? You must need more time to stabilize after being summoned. No matter, I've got one Pokemon left to catch. Without Dialga, there's no way you or Fawn will be able to stop us. Your efforts will only prove futile. Goodbye, Carlos. I need a good... That's this one, isn't it? Right? Yeah, okay. The smallest one that is easiest to pick up. I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. With that shard, though, we should be able to go ahead and return to Fawn, I presume, is what our objective is. So let's go ahead and start making our way back. Alright, we are all healed up. We are in Fawn's laboratory with this other shard. Let's see what is happening. Go back. You got another shard too. I could also probably turn the volume back up. I think it was like there. You got another shard too. I'll pop that in quick and reboot the system. While that's recalibrating, you can fill me on how it went at the temple. Now, to confirm changes on the computer's end. Oh, I see the second shard lit up on the top there. So yeah, we still need one more. Giratina, obviously. Which... disappeared 100 years ago. And we didn't capture the Dialga to use the Dialga to go back in time. But we were there is another time Pokemon. Wonderful. The machine has successfully registered the new energy source. Rebooting now. So, how did it go at Kronos Temple? We're probably going to use the shard, right? We were able to take you on even though they had Dialga and Palkia? That's incredible. Sorry that Irene didn't go along to aid you. I swear I told her They were on their way and to be prepared. Either way, you were able to handle things seemingly well. You've grown into quite the formidable trainer. What did you say? They think I want you to capture the deities for me? What are they talking about? As you know, I have not asked you once to try and capture those Pokemon. In fact, I encourage you to stay away from them, as they can be extremely dangerous. So I find it odd that they think they are foiling some sort of plan of mine. Luckily, all that nonsense should be done and over with now. Once the system reboots, I should be able to send you back to your own time. This is gonna go wrong, isn't it? Also, I do feel like my voice is going. It's probably getting close to the point of where hay fever is going to start being a thing, as I do have like a pollen tracker, and that is basically starting today, so there is a good chance that I start feeling hay feverish over the next coming days. I do know about hay fever now this year, for one. So I will actually be prepared, and I can take steps against it. So uploads should still be fine, but I might just be a little bit more run down for a few days. Alright, let me just bring up the diagnostics and... oh, fascinating. Carlos, small issue. Nothing we can't fix, but we need one more energy signature. Fascinating part is that my readings show you are neither from a place or time in this reality. Huh. I thought for sure you were from here, just a different time. But no, Carlos, you are indeed from a completely different reality. Without the energy signature from Giratina, we can only traverse our immediate timeline. Though that is incredible in and of itself, it is not the full solution to returning you home. Fortunately, you're going to have to get that last shard after all. I know, what a surprise. I'm shocked. As you know though, the temple where Giratina would need to be summoned has been destroyed. So how do we... oh, duh. Use the time-altering energy from the Kronos shard. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. To send you back to the last time Giratina was summoned. I was thinking maybe we would have to go and like recruit the help of Celebi in the middle of that forest, because it was like flashing in the middle of Genesis Forest, I think it was called. So I was thinking that, but yeah, the shard makes more sense. Don't worry, just like before, you don't have to face off with any threats. Scoop up a charged shard after Giratina arrives. I'll update the coordinates, recalibrate the quantum displacer, and done. The machine is now ready to transport you back 100 years to before the Chaos Temple was destroyed. When you enter the machine, it's going to fit you with an exosuit. Oh? It's an invention of mine that was made just for this purpose. It will be the perfect test run. With the suit, I will have a direct link to you from the lab. That means I'll be able to communicate with you and observe your immediate surroundings. It's primarily designed to allow people to traverse time. I'm still working on some of its other features. When you're ready, Carlos, one last task faces you. Probably the toughest yet. All we know about the destination is that Giratina was there, and all that is left ruins today. It seems like even for a moment that you are in danger, I will warp you back to the lab immediately. No, you won't. Don't lie right to my face like that. You have my word. So go ahead and take a break if you need to. When you're ready, step into the machine. One last hurdle, Carlos, and then we can send you home. Okay. Okay, I'm actually going to call the episode here, as they did just advise me to take a break. And I don't know how long of a section the next part is, but I would like to have it all be one episode. So we played the temple today. Next time we will go into the machine and see what awaits us ahead. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, albeit a little bit shorter, leave a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado,